Let's talk about some things that are going on in the news. This is a big one popping up here. Sherilyn Guerrero, the daughter of Vickie and Eddie Guerrero, throwing out some pretty large accusations, reporting a few days ago on her TikTok some news that happened a few years back. Pretty heavy stuff. This is quite the bombshell that her stepfather, Vickie's husband, sexually assaulted her on a cruise. And we're going to talk about it here this morning. But Queen of Extreme, Francine, welcome in here. Thoughts initially on this story coming out?
Yeah, good morning. When you sent it to me, the first glance, I thought she was accusing Eddie at first, and I panicked. I was like, no. Are you kidding me? And then I kind of focused because it was late last night. It was kind of late when you sent it over. And then I was like, okay, it's her current husband, which doesn't make it right at all. But my initial thought was, is she accusing Eddie? And obviously not. It's not. I needed to go and watch the TikTok, which I did. I'm not a fan of TikToks, but I watched it because I wanted to hear what she had to say. And it's heavy, heavy stuff. Really harsh allegations against Vickie's current husband. Right away after I watched the TikTok, I went over because I'm friends with Vickie. Vickie has always been a sweetheart to me. I've always gotten along with Vickie. I met her for the first time when I worked for the fake EC Dub in 2006. She came over to me, and I don't even know if she was working at that time. She was just there in the locker room. I don't know if she was on camera yet, but I mean, she came over to me and introduced herself and, was telling me, she would watch ECW with Eddie and she liked my work and she thought, I was really talented and just a very, very nice lady. Very sweet lady. And we don't talk often, but when I do see her, there's always love there. Hugs, how you doing? We have a nice conversation. So she's always been very sweet. But I went to her Twitter and nothing was said. Apparently she's on a 2-week cruise right now with her husband. Maybe when you're on the cruise, I know like with the Jericho cruise, you have to pay for Wi-Fi. Yes. So if you don't pay for the Wi-Fi, you don't have any internet access. Maybe she hasn't seen what's going on yet. Now, I don't know how old the TikTok is, but the daughter did state that she was blocked by Vickie, I believe.
Correct.
So maybe Vickie is not privy to the allegations that the daughter has put out yet. And that's why we haven't heard anything from her. Because I know maybe a month or two back, somebody, one of the online journalists ran with a story saying that Vickie was really upset about the Dominic storyline and, a bunch of stuff that Vickie never apparently said. And she retaliated right away and called out, the news source and that it was BS and blah, blah, blah. So I would think, I don't know, but I would think that she would jump right on this to try and defend her name and her husband's name if she saw it. Now, Chavo did come out and support him. We'll get to that in a minute. But did you watch the TikTok?
Yes. Yeah, I watched the full one. And it's first because I thought TikTok was shorter videos. Because again, I'm like you. I'm not into TikTok. I don't have the app. I don't watch it. My wife watches it religiously. She'll watch the videos on there. But I thought they were shorter videos. So when Sherilyn kept going on and on and on, I stopped it. And I was like, I polled the room. I said, aren't these supposed to be short videos? Well, and they said, no, they can go up to 3 minutes.
Yeah, and if you noticed in the video, she was stop, go. She kept leaning over.
Correct.
Maybe she had to refresh or push,
Yes,
maybe 30
we're
second
so
intervals
old, by
when
the
you
way.
record.
We're
I'm
so
sorry?
old. We don't. I
Yeah,
said we're
I
so
don't know
old.
what
We
the hell
don't get it.
TikTok. I don't deal with that kind of. You're lucky I could use Twitter. That's
But
all I have to say.
so yes, so she explained it in these longer length TikTok videos. I guess maybe because it's an easier way to get it out. Um, but what a way to get it out. But this is what I thought. I mentioned it in my intro there. This has been out there for a couple of days.
Couple of
This,
days.
this has been out there since Sunday. But now where I'll piggyback off what you said about being on a cruise and maybe not having access to your devices. You do have to pay because if you're in international waters, you're getting charged with roaming. You're getting charged with that international exchange rate, and you could be getting charged up the asshole
I think it's
for
like,
your devices.
yeah, I think somebody had mentioned it was like $50 a day for internet access. So what they were doing was they were like if somebody bought it, they were all using Messenger to contact their loved ones,
Yeah.
like friending each other and then using the guy's Messenger to contact everybody because they didn't want to pay $50 a day. That's ridiculous. But also, if this goes back a couple days and Vickie was still home, if she has her blocked and nobody really saw it, because last night it either had 1,000 or 2,000 likes on it, so it might have picked up steam as the days went on. Like if the new, especially now since news people are reporting it, she'll get a whole bunch of views on that TikTok for sure. I
Right.
don't know how many followers she has. The daughter, I don't know much about the daughter at all. I just made it a point to go over and watch the video, and so I mean, watching that video was heartbreaking to me. Now, again, before anybody jumps down our throats, we were not there for this. I've said that in the last two videos, and I'm still getting hate, which it blows my mind. I don't understand where you guys are coming from with these comments. Everybody's allowed an opinion. Just like you can leave comments and leave an opinion, Chad and I can have our opinions as well. And I never, ever, buried Rick. I never buried Melina. If you listen to these videos, I've praised both of them for being nice to me, with their work ethics, everything. I just pinpointed what I did not agree with. And that's it. And for you guys to come at me for that is really ridiculous. So I'm going to state that this is an opinion. We don't know if it's true or not. No one knows except for the parties involved. So, with that said, being a mother and being a parent, watching this little girl, because she's, a little girl in my eyes, because I could be her mother, watching this little girl have to say that she was sexually assaulted, which is vague. We don't know exactly what happened. She didn't really go into details about what went down on the cruise. So apparently she was on a cruise in 2020 with her family, and Vickie's husband sexually assaulted her. That's what happened if you're not privy to the info. So watching this, it made me very uncomfortable, number one. And it made me think, like, God forbid, if that was my kid in this situation, I would go crazy. Because as a parent, there is nothing that I would not do to protect my children. And I feel like you would agree with that 100% because you are a
Oh, yes.
father.
Absolutely. Of two girls. Absolutely.
Yes, right. So for me, if she's saying that when she, I guess, confronted Vickie about it, Vickie kind of took the side of her husband. Right? That's
Correct.
basically what
Yes.
she's saying.
She also said and alluded to that it may have also happened to
Someone else.
but she didn't say who.
Right.
And that could lead to speculation of possibly another person involved with the family, maybe, or somebody else that was with them on the cruise.
Right.
And that there was also another, dismissing of what she was bringing to Vickie.
So if you go to your mother and you say so and so. I'm going to use the word sexually assaulted because I don't know. I don't want to throw out the wrong phrases in this because I have no idea what happened. She did not tell us exactly what the man did to her. So I'm just going to say sexually assaulted for everything, okay? If your kid comes to you and says somebody sexually assaulted you, do you just sweep that under the rug or do you investigate? She's claiming that her mother, Vickie, just was like, uh, things happen or I forget the way she worded it, but it kind of like not even bringing it up, not even going to the husband and asking him like, did you do this? Kind of like in denial, maybe is what the daughter is accusing Vickie of. If that was me, oh my God, I would go crazy. The first thing I would have did was grab that guy by the throat and said, "Did you touch my daughter?" At least confront the guy and ask him like what is going on. Everybody's going to say there's two sides of the story. I was reading a lot of comments. Vickie's getting a lot of hate for this.
Yeah.
A lot of
I've been
hate.
the same.
Now there's always two sides to every story. And again, I never met the daughter. I don't know her. People can argue the fact that she could be making it up. She could have a vendetta against the husband. That's a big accusation to accuse somebody of. You're ruining people's lives with this kind of stuff. So, in my mind, I'm thinking, why would she make something up like this? And then you have Chavo, who tweeted on her behalf. Now, Chavo, a member of the Guerrero family, this is what he said on Twitter. He said, just to let everyone know, I fully support my cousin, Sherilyn Guerrero, Eddie's daughter, and have been doing so privately in the last couple years of her struggles. She is a very strong woman for coming forward with the sexual assault she had suffered. I love you, Prima. That is what he tweeted. So, she does have support from certain family members. And what bothered me a lot was when she started crying, saying that she wanted to talk to her mom, but she couldn't. That made me so sad. I am so, like, I want to cry now. I am so incredibly close with my kids. Like they're up my ass, so to speak, every single day. Like we're like together 24/7. You all know I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool. They're here. I would die before I let anything happen to those kids. So hearing that she is longing to talk to her mom, but there is some kind of blockage. That is so sad. Like a girl needs her mother. Kids need their mother in their life. I don't know, man. This story is really like it got to me. It really got to me. And again, like we don't know Vickie's side. She hasn't publicly stated anything. We're just going by what Sherilyn said, but good Lord, like this, it's just, it's terrible.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and it's heartbreaking again that she gave so much in that small video of what she's been holding in for 2 years to the public that again, you'll take sides. Some people will just take Vickie's side because she's Vickie Guerrero and you know her from television and you've watched her for all these years and that's all you'll take her side for versus this girl who you may have never heard of or seen that is, yes, the daughter of both her and Eddie, that just because she's blaming one party, you're just going to say, she's making it up and she's going online and saying this just to get her 2 seconds of fame. Well, if she's doing that to get her 2 seconds of fame, she's pretty goddamn convincing with her words because that was absolutely gut wrenching that she had to experience it. One, bring it forward. Two, and show everybody what happened. That was and bring us in. That was horrible, absolutely horrible.
It was very hard to watch. And when you're like, for me, like when my kids are suffering or hurting, my reaction is, oh my God, what do I do to make that go away? If I could take my kids' pain from them, I would suffer instead of my children. That's the way I feel as a parent. So hearing her say that her mother is just basically just ignoring her, that's sad, and I hope, ugh, God, I hope that's not the case, but we don't know. We haven't heard from Vickie yet. And again, let me state this. I love Vickie Guerrero. I love her. I think she's a super duper talented woman. And people are on there arguing the fact, oh, she just got her spot because Eddie. Like, I've seen a lot of that. Like, oh, if she wasn't Eddie's wife, she would never have a spot. Well, guess what? She was super over when she was on camera. You know what I mean? You have to have the talent to back it up. And she's a talented human being. There's no doubt about that. Annoying, her character was annoying with the excuse me. Yeah, she's annoying. But the character isn't the real person. The Vickie I know has always been sweet and kind, but I don't know her well enough to say, oh, this is a bullshit story, or yeah, this is a real story, because that's how she is. I don't know.
Yeah.
And neither do you, and most of us don't. Um, you sit here and you say, "Man, I hope it's not true." But again, we might never know what's going on. Is Vickie gonna come and defend herself? I don't know, but it makes me sick to my stomach. Anything to do like with children. Now, I don't know how old this girl is.
She's 28 now.
28.
So go
Okay.
back 3 years. So she was
25.
so
Okay,
she
so
wasn't a minor.
she's an adult. I
Doesn't
get
make
it.
it right. But she wasn't a
No, she's
minor.
still somebody's child, and that's why I'm saying little girl. When you have somebody who's in their 50s and it's somebody who's 25, to me that's a young lady. So that's where I'm coming off, saying little girl. But it's still, she's somebody's daughter. She's a child. My God, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, because I don't even know how to handle this. I was pretty on the fence about even doing this video, but this is what we're here for. We can't shy away from certain things and post other things. We have to post everything. So we just wanted to get this out there, but it makes me sick. It really makes me sick if it's true. I hope it's not. But I don't know. I don't know what to believe. What do you believe anymore? So much crap has come out this week that my head's going to explode. You know what I mean?
Still digging somewhere for that positive story.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you.
Then the sand sifter you used to bring to the beach when you were a kid. We're
Yeah.
sifting through for the positive story somewhere. I want to just go back to what you said about the fans for how many years now when Eddie passed away. I think it was 2005. Think about how young Sherilyn was when Eddie passed away, and Vickie was thrust into WWE work, I think 2006 so she met you in 2006.
Yeah.
How long has she heard that? What would you say? Those words that, oh, she's only in the business because Eddie died, right? And that she was given a job because Eddie died. I think that she's earned it so well. She's performed at such a high level over the years. I think that whenever anybody says that about her, it's so ignorant, because she's such a good performer and she's such a standout talent that she surpassed that, oh, she only got a job because Eddie died. Like, that's gone away, and obviously takes a backseat to what we're talking about now. But I just wanted to point that out, that when people say that, still, that is so ignorant and dumb that I don't know how they still throw that out and even comment that.
I've read it. The one sheet that I was reading comments from, a lot of people were saying that about her. And that's what I said. It's like, maybe initially that's how she became on television, because it was something to do with Eddie. But if they give you the ball and you run with it and score a touchdown, you have something special there. and she, she's an actress. She's pursuing acting now, I believe, and arts and crafts. And I mean, she's doing a whole lot of stuff with her life now that she left AEW. So I feel like she was put into so many like high positioned storylines, and she carried that ball. And she is talented. Like I said, who cares if she's annoying? She's a heel. She's supposed to be annoying. I was annoying. People hated me, and I was a heel. And that's how you do your job. You can't hate the person behind the character because they were annoying. Their voices, her excuse me voice is annoying. Yeah, it's supposed to be annoying. That makes you hate her. That makes her a good heel. You know what I mean? If she was shitty at her job, they wouldn't have kept her for as long as they did. Bottom line. So that to me is that's stupid when people say that.
Wouldn't have put her on camera to begin with if they didn't think that she had something. I mean, they're not going to waste TV time.
You can always give somebody an opportunity, and if it doesn't work, you get them off TV. But she was there for years and continued over with AEW, and now whatever she's doing, good for her. But when stuff like this comes out, that old expression, never meet your heroes, it's kind of like, I've never seen that side of her where she, talked ill about her children or her home life like that. So this is really disappointing if it's true. I don't know what to say. I feel bad for her daughter. It's God, what do you say to this? Like, I don't even know. I'm not taking sides. I'm just like, my mind is blown with this one. I don't know anything that involves children, kids, young people. Oh my God, my stomach turns.
Well, just wait for the next comment. So
I'm gonna have to, because
whenever Vickie gets back.
Oh my God. I mean, somebody had to have reached out to her somehow as she was on this cruise ship.
Carrier pigeon across the seas to the
smoke
boat.
signal, something. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of the situation.
Aquaman underneath the water.
I just what timing too? You leave for a 2-week excursion, and then
and that's what people will also point out.
The timing
too, is that the timing was impeccable. Is that okay? She's as far away as possible, so now let's go for it. So that's another thing people will point out. I'm not saying it. I think the timing is whenever you think is appropriate and necessary. But the people will. It's like we've seen over the weekend with the Giselle Rick Steiner thing, talking about the Melina incident. People don't care. The timing when stuff comes out is when it comes out.
Right.
This one, they'll say, oh, well, she was on the boat, so that's when she decided to put the video out. No, this is when she decided it was appropriate for it to come out.
Absolutely. And it's just, man, just watching it just made me very uneasy. I just wanted to take that girl and just give her a hug and tell her she's going to be okay. And I don't even know her, but that was just the mom in me coming out. And, it did make me upset. It did make me cry. And I feel bad for her. I feel really bad for her. No human being should have to go through something like that. Not at all.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, but I don't know. Leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think. This is a tough one. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please continue to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more as the news comes out. We'll jump on here and we'll talk about it and engage you and see what you have to say and keep us coming back down and recording for more. And seems like we're going to be doing it pretty often. So,
oh my God,
looks like you'll be kind of busy while you're out on the road.
Oh man, give me a break. I just looked at my schedule and it's ridiculous. The one day is an 8-hour signing.
Well, you know what? You're going to have Moose holding the camera. You'll be signing and talking to me, and I'll be like, excuse me, rude. Could you please look at me while you're doing that? Thank you.
Of course. All right.
All right. Well, we'll get out of here for today. We'll catch you next time for the Queen of Extreme. This is the Chadster. We will catch you on the flip side.
YouTube, it's the Queen of Extreme Francine letting you know that starting April 1st, YouTube will be the home for the Eyes Up Here experience. Along with my co-host Chad, we will be bringing you the best interviews with the hottest stars from wrestling and the entertainment industry. Plus, channel members get access to exclusive video content that includes watch-alongs and much, much more. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get the notifications, and I hope to see you at our next live.